Pennsylvania is a pretty interesting state with a lot of diverse populations. There are about 4.2 million registered Democrats in Pennsylvania. It's a closed primary, so you have to be a registered Democrat to participate. We'll probably get a very high voter turnout. But the bulk of the vote, or plurality of the vote, I should say, is in Philadelphia, where you have a large African-American population. It's probably going to go strongly for Obama. By what margin, we don't really know because we don't know the voter turnout. But he'll need a very robust turnout in that jurisdiction to offset Clinton's advantages elsewhere in the state.
I've been traveling around Pennsylvania and talking to voters, and you get a little bit of a sense in different places of what kind of place it is. You go to southwestern Pennsylvania, you get there's a lot of Clinton country outside of Pittsburgh with sort of old-time Democrats in some of these old industrial towns. You go to Philadelphia, Barack Obama's image is on bus stops, and there's a lot of energy for him there. And there's some swing areas that you can kind of tell there's a little bit of energy for him in cities, but sometimes the county outside it doesn't like him as much, as more of a Clinton leaning area. What are you looking for in terms of where bellwethers might be in the state?
I'm interested in a number of the suburban counties that ring Philadelphia primarily. I think we know that Philadelphia will go pretty handily for Barack Obama, but in the suburbs that encircle it, I mean, you've got some upper income, well-educated voters. I mean, that seems to bode well for Barack Obama, but you do have I kind of wonder if the large blocks of, say, suburban professional women might be more swayed to back Hillary Clinton. That's one area of the state that I'm looking pretty closely at. And the main suburban counties comprise a decent share of the vote. It's certainly not an area of the state to be overlooked.
All right, I'm gonna put you on the spot, and I promise, because we work together and because videographer Andrew Satter controls what videos we put on the web, that if you're wrong, we won't play this on a loop on YouTube. But call Pennsylvania, the presidential primary, not the McCain side. I think he'll beat Ron Paul. But if you could call the Obama-Clinton matchup and give a guesstimated margin, and I will do the same, just so that you're not out there on a limb. Yeah, well, I can go first if you like.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll go first. Honestly, I have not paid that much attention to the day-to-day polls, but I'll say Clinton 54%, Obama 46%.
Now, what I'm going to do is what a presidential candidate would do in a debate, and I'm going to agree completely with what you just said, but say that you're a person of bad character, and so therefore my 54% to 46% should carry more weight. That's it for cqpolitics.com. Tune in and watch the Pennsylvania primary tomorrow, and please forget our predictions if they're wrong.